Hey guys, it's Scott here from Horse Racing Daily, and today we're going to go over a chance that can win the Tampa Bay Derby. And he is one of about 5 or 6 horses that I think have a legitimate chance of winning this race. He's trained by Saffie Joseph Jr., who's a very good trainer in his own right. Wins close to 30% of his races, it seemed like every year. Last year was 27%. You don't really see him on the greatest stakes scene as much as you do some of the other trainers that have that type of winning percentage. It's always worth it to take note whenever he does put a horse in for a stakes race. And he started out, broke his maiden, or actually didn't break his maiden, got second by a length and a half. Then he came back, broke his maiden last year, then won a bunch of restricted Florida state bred races at 6 furlongs, 7 a mile, and 16th. I'm not going to spend too much time getting into those, but you can kind of see by the place. I think he's a good, solid horse and was beaten up on state bred competition. And then he took some time off and came back in the Mucho Macho Man. And that had the third place finisher in that race was Sol Volante, who went on to win the Sam F. Davis and is vying for favoritism in the Tampa Bay Derby. It's going to be interesting to see if he's actually going to go off as the post-time favorite when the money starts coming in. But I expect chance it will most likely be the post-time favorite, maybe at 8-5, 2-1, something like that. And rightfully so, he beat As Seen on TV. That was a really good duel in the stretch. I'm going to show the video footage of it. And even though they're not, I've done a video on Sol Volante. He's a 6th horse in this race, so I'll cover him. The full horse, As Seen on TV, ran to the 3rd or 4th in the Fountain of Youth when he came back. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know it was a minor placing. And they're going to run a good, solid pace in this race, I think. You'll see that right now, As Seen on TV is ahead by about a length or so over chance that he's going to kind of take the rail for this race, and I'm going to say get the dream trip. I didn't personally like the scratching out of the Fountain of Youth just because of the post draw. You've seen the winner, Ete Indian, won the race and overcame the post draw, and to win the Kentucky Derby, got to overcome so many obstacles anyways that I'm just, I guess, don't believe in trying to baby the horses through too much, kind of, like show that you got the best horse and try to, don't let a post position scare you, something like that. But you'll see that these two are going to get into a stretch stole, and Sol Volante is right behind him in 3rd. And it looked like As Seen on TV was about to win the chance that found that second kind of boost and was able to come back. So I thought that was a very good race, given that As Seen on TV ran for a minor placing in the Fountain of Youth. And I don't think people are still fully convinced on Sol Volante. I think there's enough negative if you want to vote against Chance It to play against him. This time of year is always very tricky. Horses can come out of nowhere and take over the top spot for Derby contenders, or somebody that you think is going to potentially win the Kentucky Derby just falls flat on their face. It's a very fun time of the year, but it's also, from a making money handicapping perspective, it can be a very cruel time of the year. Either you're hot or you're not. And I'm definitely going to put Chance It in my trifectas and superfectas. It's kind of tough to leave him out. He's done enough to justify being in it. And I don't think this field is quite the strongest either. There's a lot of decent horses, I think, in like Spa City. I'm anxious to see market analysis just because of his workouts look really good in the morning time. You got Unrighteous, who him and Spa City only finished about a length apart of each other, but it was 14 and 3/4 lengths from the third place finisher. So I think that if you like Chance It, go with him. If you don't, then don't worry about it for win purposes. But if you're doing any kind of trifectas, superfectas, maybe the exactas, it's going to be tough to try to justify leaving this horse out. That's my take on him, guys. Thanks for watching.